Good evening and welcome to NewsX. I am Devika Devan and our focus right now for the next 1 hour will be very exciting because we're focused on Bihar. Ladies and gentlemen, Bihar will be voting in 2 phases to elect its next assembly with 121 seats going to polls on the 6th of November and the remaining 122 seats going to polls on the 11th of November. The counting of votes for all 243 constituencies will take place on the 14th of November, and we do expect that you will be tuning into NewsX because here we bring you information that truly matters. Ultimately, in an election, it boils down to one thing and one thing only, and that is numbers. So without further ado, let me now take our viewers through what the exit polls have predicted so far for Bihar. Let's put out the exit polls on our screens for our viewers. Number 1, we're looking at numbers for JVC. Remember, total seats in Bihar 243, halfway mark is 122. That's the magic number parties need to win Bihar 2025. JVC predicts 70 to 81 seats for the BJP, 69 to 78 for the RJD, 42 to 48 for the JDU, 9 to 17 for the Congress, and they're expecting Prashant Kishore to win 1 seat, the others at 8 to 10. That's the prediction. LJP at 5 to 7. So JVC is predicting that somewhere the parties will maintain their numbers from last time. Let's move on to the next agency and its predictions. We're looking at INS and Matrice. They're expecting the BJP to get 80 to 85 seats. So they're expecting BJP to gain some seats this time around. What they're gaining, they're predicting the RJD is losing, and the RJD is predicted to get 60 to 65 seats. The JDU, as per INS and Matrice, is going to make huge gains in this particular election at 60 to 65 seats. The Congress maintains anywhere between 7 to 10 seats. The LJP at 4 to 6. Prashant Kishore expected to get 2 to 5 seats and others at 7 to 10. Let's now move on to the next agency. Lok Poll is predicting anywhere between 105 to 114 seats for the NDA. So that's the alliance, BJP, JDU and others. The Mahagathbandhan at 118 and 126 and others at 2 to 5. Remember, Mahagathbandhan is the RJD and the Congress mainly. What's interesting is that Lok Poll is actually expecting the Mahagathbandhan to win this election in 2025. They are predicting a victory for the Mahagathbandhan and a defeat for the NDA. That's where it gets really interesting. But they're still predicting that somewhere one of the parties will have to rely, one of the alliances will have to rely on the others to reach that halfway mark of 122 if either one of them gets either 114 for the NDA or 118 for the Mahagathbandhan. Let's now move on to the next set of numbers that we have for our viewers. Dainik Bhaskar predicting an emphatic victory there for the NDA, 142 to 145. They're predicting for the NDA alone. The Mahagathbandhan losing, as per Dainik Bhaskar, this time between 81 to 91 seats and others at 11 to 13. So they're expecting the NDA to really sweep this election as far as previous results are also concerned and comparisons are concerned. Now let's bring out the next set of the most critical numbers, which is the poll of polls, where we take out the mean, the average of what all the predictions in the market today are. The poll of polls for Bihar 2025 predicts a victory for the NDA at 135 seats, the Mahagathbandhan at 97 and others at 11. Why is this relevant? Because in 2020, viewers, the NDA had 125 seats, so they barely made it. They won, but they barely made it. The Mahagathbandhan had 110 seats and others had 8. So the poll of polls this time predicts a 10-seat gain for the NDA, a 13-seat loss for the Mahagathbandhan and a 3-seat gain for the others. So what the Mahagathbandhan, the 13 seats the Mahagathbandhan are predicted to lose, are clearly going to the NDA and to the others, meaning that most polls today are predicting a very clear victory for the NDA, which is the BJP and the JDU along with others.